Today is Friday the 15th of June 2018 and 1 year on we are hopefully finally going to see Heathers in its entirety. Basically, if you don't know, I made a video about it. It was a very dramatic day. We had both had tickets to go see Heathers, a workshop of Heathers at the other palace, and because of some sort of audience drama we ended up having to sadly leave before the end because it was delayed for like about 2 hours in the end or something. Yeah. It was a day. And basically this weekend is West End Live weekend and I come every year to West End Live, and when the tickets went on sale for Heathers as a proper production we freaked out and tickets were selling crazy fast, and somehow we managed to get tickets for the night we wanted. Like I was refreshing it. I
was at work. I was like,
I feel like you're always at work when things go on sale and things happen.
Yeah, I am.
But I'm always the one who just takes it upon myself to book it. And luckily, I don't even ask now, I just assume. I'm like, she'll come. But luckily I managed to get some tickets, and I think it's row B. I believe row B? I think we're row B or row A, I can't remember.
Whoa, that's news to me.
I bought tickets for 2 different occasions, so one's row B and one's row A, I think.
You're going without me?
Yeah, I'm going without you, I'm afraid. Tegan wanted to come, but yeah, so we are so excited. Oh my god, I've heard so many amazing things and I'm really excited to see like how it's progressed as well from the workshop, because I remember being amazed by what we saw of the workshop. Like literally there was no set, no proper costumes, and it was amazing. So I am really excited to see how it goes. I've seen pictures of the stage and it looks amazing.
Have you seen like the recent clips of them singing like Candy Store and stuff? Yeah,
and they were like filming it all, and
so was this Sing 17? Is that, no,
there's been a clip of that. Yeah,
it's Sing 17, not Dead Girl Walking now. I'm really interested to see how it's going to go.
Because I remember
I can't imagine Carrie Fletcher doing Dead Girl Walking.
When we went to the other palace workshop, it's also at the other palace again now. Basically, they had the director there, Andy Fickman, is it? Yeah.
Who directed She's the Man, the best film ever.
I remember she had a freak out about that. And basically he was saying about how Dead Girl Walking in the actual scene it's a lot sexier, he said.
Oh yeah.
Because basically there was no staging, so they all just stood next to each other singing it.
There's no choreography, there's no direction, yeah.
I am so excited. I just hope it's everything I expect it to be, and I hope that we get to see the end. But yeah, it's had amazing reviews. So we basically are going to head our way there now. I think I'm going to buy some merch, going to buy one of those drinks.
We're going to get cocktails, I'm so excited.
Cocktails, themed cocktails. Everyone needs to do themed cocktails for musicals. But yeah, the excitement is real.
I think the colours of Heathers as well. I think it's yellow, red and green.
There's no blue one, but you know, not a, yeah. Bad lighting, isn't it? Oh well.
Can't see a thing, Carrie.
I know. It's currently the interval and I have no words to explain how it is. And this is, our view is perfect. And guess who's in the room? Guess who's in the room?
Creator of the one and only Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Andrew Longweather is in the room right now. I've not heard it very well. I have so many thoughts to say. I just do a little update, but afterwards I'll be talking about it a lot. Wow. Once again, awful, but we just saw Heathers and I literally, you can't even see it. I literally have no words. It was amazing. The crowd, the atmosphere. We met so many lovely people just at the end, like some lovely girls from New Zealand. We met Andy Fickman, director. We told him about that traumatic day.
I was going to say I love She's a Man, but I was like, wrong time, wrong place, wrong show.
Just sign my DVD I brought.
Yeah, oh my god, could you imagine?
And then obviously, like I mentioned in the interval, Andrew Lloyd Webber was in the audience. Literally, I saw everyone's faces just kind of,
we were like,
I saw all these faces go, and I was like, what are we looking at? And I was like, it's God. It's the God of theatre. And basically that's the update for now. I'm going to do a proper review in a couple of days time after West End Live weekend, because I feel like I just don't have like the time to kind of process, but it was amazing. It's now a few days later and I feel like I can finally summarise all of my thoughts, and yes, I'm literally sat here right now in my Heathers t-shirt. We'll try and keep this brief, but let's be real, I know how to ramble on, but I would literally say that Heathers at the Other Palace is one of the best pieces of theatre that I have ever seen, and that is a big statement for me to make because I have seen my fair share of shows and this was honestly everything I wanted it to be and more. Didn't know, I've actually been a fan of Heathers the musical for around 2 years now, I'd say. I fell in love with the soundtrack, and then last year when the workshop was announced, I honestly thought that would be my closest opportunity to ever seeing a production, but luckily the workshop developed and actually became one, and when this was actually announced I freaked out. Like honestly, I had to fight to get those tickets. If you were not aware, basically the morning that tickets went on sale was a bit hectic because I was thinking to myself, oh perfect, I can book them just before I go off to my lecture, it'll be fine. No, so many people were on that website that it actually crashed, and I don't know how I did it in the end. I had to go through a different link, but basically I booked it whilst walking to uni, so I was pretty impressed that I managed to actually get 2 tickets in my price range for the day I wanted. Don't even know where to start in all honesty, so I've got the programme here and I feel like I'll just go through it, kind of talk about the cast, talk about the actual production itself, the costumes, oh my god, I have to talk about them, like honestly everything. Like I said, I want to try and keep this brief, so I'm not going to really have time to go through everybody in the cast, but I just want to say literally every single person on that stage was perfect. Like even like the ensemble, like the dancing, like just all the different characteristics they could see for all these different high school students. One thing I did find really lovely was that quite a few members of the cast were actually in the workshop last year, so it was kind of nice to see them actually be taken on for the role like properly. And I don't know if I've got everybody right here, but I feel like the 3 people that I know for a fact were in the workshop were Jamie, who plays JD, Sophie Isaacs, who plays Heather McNamara, and then also Rebecca Locke, who plays Veronica's mom, and also Miss Fleming. Miss Fleming is one of my favourite characters, and Rebecca was honestly hilarious. Like the bit where she picks out Steve in the audience, I was almost crying. And Jamie, I really liked him as JD. Last year I was really impressed with him. And obviously because you kind of know the storyline, I thought it was really interesting to sort of look at his facial expressions and kind of see the hints of crazy before it's official that we realise how crazy the character is, if that makes sense. Like I thought that was really good. I feel like we have to talk about Jodie Steele as Heather Chandler because to me she was like the star of the show. Like honestly, her voice was perfect. I'm looking at her theatre credits right now and I've seen most of the things she's been in, but I'm not sure if I actually saw her in them, if that makes sense. I do know that I saw her at a Pizza Express live event, like a gig thing last year, and she was amazing in that. But yeah, I don't actually know if I saw her in any of this stuff. So she was honestly hilarious. Like Heather Chandler's such a character, like, and I feel like she portrayed her perfectly. We also had Tashawn Williams as Heather Duke, and she was amazing. Like she was honestly perfect, and the song they've given Heather Duke for this production is honestly the best thing I've ever heard. Like it was like pop and like so much energy, and I actually don't know for sure because I do know that they've got quite a few new songs in this production, but I don't know if some of them were already changed in the high school edition of the musical. Like I know that Blue obviously has been replaced now, but I feel like that also must have happened for the high school production for obvious reasons. So don't take my word on exactly, but basically they have changed a few of the songs for this. And then we of course have Carrie Fletcher as Veronica Sawyer, and I have seen her a few times in Les Mis and once in the Addams Family. I believe I didn't see her in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang because I saw the tour before she joined it, I think. But basically, I was actually quite shocked when this casting announcement came out because to me, this was a very different type of role for her, and I was really curious to see it. Me and my friend Izzy were actually saying beforehand that we were struggling to picture her sing Dead Girl Walking just because it's so different to what we've seen her do before, and honestly, she slayed it. Like we were sat row B and Dead Girl Walking was extreme. Like I was not expecting all of that. If anything, I was really just intrigued to see her portrayal of the role, and to be honest, I feel like she did the exact portrayal of Veronica that I imagined. Like every single like mannerism, every single note in every single song was perfect. Like she can sing everything perfectly. Dead Girl Walking was obviously a highlight. 17 was just beautiful. Like honestly, well done. I do also really admire her for taking on this role because obviously it's a dream one of hers, but it is really different to the one she's done in the past, and it just kind of shows how versatile she is, and she is honestly the best choice for it. I also need to give a shout out to Jenny O'Leary, who plays Martha. Honestly, she was amazing. During Beautiful, when they kind of introduce all the different characters and everything, they do this like freeze frame bit, and the facial expression she pulled during that, like right in front of us, like I was a mess, like it was hilarious. And then the costumes, oh my god, they are just perfect. Like, I want Heather Chandler's outfit. And if you look at like the pictures compared to the off-Broadway version, like the outfits are very much the same, like very similar, but in person it just seems so much more colourful, and like I believe like all the socks and stuff are a bit different. And then they've also all got like hair bows in their hair, apart from Heather Chandler, who has the scrunchie obviously. But yeah, Veronica has like a hair bow, which I don't think she has in the Broadway one. Now I'm doubting everything I'm saying, so sorry if that's wrong, but I don't think she did. And also the theming of the theatre itself is perfect because they've actually like decked it out for Heathers. In the bar area they've got these 3 different mirrors, and they've all got different like kind of cutouts of all the 3 Heathers. And then also in the toilets they have the logo on the mirror for like some selfies, you know, that sort of thing. And in the actual theatre itself they have 80s music playing, which I really loved. So they had that playing before the show and also in the interval, and they played one of my favourite songs of all time, which is Take On Me by a-ha. So I was in my element. Oh, and another personal highlight of mine was definitely the themed cocktails at the bar. Basically, I'm a sucker for a themed drink. Like, if you just put like a theatre related name on something, I'll probably buy it. And I got the Freeze Your Brain, which is the strawberry slushy with gin. All of the drinks are actually made with gin unless you wanted a non-alcoholic version of the slushy. But I highly recommend, like honestly, that's the most delicious drink I've had in a long time, and I will be buying another one when I go on my next visit. But one thing I did really realise was just how much you felt like you were part of something. Like, it's really hard to explain, but basically the run is sold out, and it's kind of like that musical that obviously is newer, so it's not like Les Mis, it's not like Phantom, not something that like a tourist would have like been gravitated towards. So basically everybody who's got tickets is either aware of it or a fan, or kind of like they just kind of get it. And I felt like in the audience you looked around and everybody was like really into it, like they already were a fan before like seeing the show, so it was really nice to kind of see that. And then also so many people dressed up. Like, I felt like I was slacking, like I should have put more effort in, but there was so many like amazing Heathers outfits. And then at the end some girls, I didn't see where they came from, but some girls threw their scrunchies on the stage, and that was just really cute. Like, just kind of, it felt like a rock concert or something. Like, I think some of the cast tweeted about it because it was just such a cute moment. And then also Andy Fickman, the director, he is so lovely, and you can tell how passionate he is. Like, it seems like he's there like almost every single night, bless him. And I've seen that he's talked to so many people, and we had a really nice conversation with him and everything. He was kind of telling us more about like the progress of like writing the songs, and it was just really nice. You can see how passionate he is, and he took a photo with us, which was super lovely. Oh, and of course, like I've mentioned about twice already in this video, Andrew Lloyd Webber was in the audience. Like, I was starstruck. Like, I literally saw everybody kind of look, and I was like, oh, what are we looking at? And then we just kind of saw him, and I kid you not, there was a light on him. Like, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it was like, God is here. That's literally. Oh, and also I just wanted to talk about the stage door situation. Basically the theatre itself doesn't really have a stage door, and they've done like this signing thing. So straight after the performance they have like a little queuing area in like the main entrance, and you can queue up and meet the cast, and it's up to the cast obviously who wants to sit there and do the signings that night. So they're basically behind a table, and you can just kind of go along with your programme, which I must admit we didn't actually join the queue. We was going to in the end, but we was waiting to talk to Andy Fickman because, you know, priorities. I actually think it's a really good system. Like, I think it's good for people that are a bit nervous maybe to kind of approach the people themselves, because obviously you're kind of queuing up for that purpose. So if they are happy to sit there, they are obviously happy to be stopped, if that makes sense. I weirdly feel like I've talked forever but also not said everything I wanted to say, so I'm sure there's probably something I'm missing out on, but I just cannot explain how perfect this is. You kind of have to be there to understand it. I would say go buy tickets, but obviously it's sold out. Keep an eye out on Twitter though, because I have seen a lot of people selling them, and of course there is the online lottery where you can kind of actually apply, I think like a week in advance for the performance you'd want to possibly get a ticket for. So if you want to go, I do recommend looking into all of that. I really do hope it gets extended or goes to a bigger venue, because I am not the sort of person that can see a show once or twice. Like, I like to go from one to extreme, like I need to go 20 times. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Please do like if you've enjoyed, and subscribe for more theatre content coming your way, and bye for now.